So before we get started, check out the following links in the description box below as highlighted in the image shown. So you'll be able to get our past papers, our link to our official website, link to accreditations, our link to donation page, and contact details in the description. So once you'll be watching a certain video of any lesson or of any past paper, you'll be able to get all these links, and you can be able to get to download past papers, to reach to our official website. You'll be able to see links to our accreditations so that you can see which authorities have accredited us. You'll be able to reach to our donation page as well as our contact details.
Hello, welcome back. Still on Principles of Economic Past Paper, April 2024. In our first videos, we have done question 1 to 20. We are now moving on to question number 21, and I'm going to directly read it out to you. It says, which of the following statements best explains the concept of economic development? Which of the following statements best explains the concept of economic development? So here, all these statements can explain economic development, but we want the best explanation. So choice A, it reads, economic development is an increase in a country's national income. Choice B, economic development is an increase in a country's net income from abroad. Choice C, economic development is an increase in a country's GNP plus institutional changes. Choice C, it reads, economic development is an increase in a country's GNP as well as GDP. Which of the following statements best explains the concept of economic development? Economic development is an increase in a country's national income. No, that's not the best explanation. Economic development is an increase in a country's net income from abroad. No, that's also not it. Economic development is an increase in a country's GNP plus institutional changes. Yes, choice C is the best explanation for economic development here for now. Question 22. Let's move to question 22. It reads, classify the two broad sources of public debt. Classify the two broad sources of public debt. Choice A, internal and external. Choice B is regional and international. Choice C is floating and self-liquidating. Choice D is short-term and long-term. So internal and external, these are the sources. Regional and international, you can say these are categories. Categories based on the question. These are domestic, regional and domestic. And these are foreign. International is foreign. And then floating and self-liquidating, this we can say are financial tools. Financial tools. And short-term and long-term are also categories based on duration. So our answer here, the source of public debt are the internal and the external. Our answer is A, choice A. Question 23, it reads, choose the policy that explains a country's reliance on its locally produced goods. Choose the policy that explains a country's reliance on its local produced goods. So choice A is export promotion. This is you promote your goods to foreign countries, selling your goods offshore. Import substitution, here you replace imports with your locally produced goods. That is import replacement. Protectionism, you protect your industries. You protect your industries from foreign competition. That's protectionism policy. And then import restriction, you restrict imports, or you minimize. So choose the policy that explains a country's reliance on its locally produced goods. From our definitions here, our answer is choice B, import substitution. Let's move to question 24, which reads, identify an assumption of indifferent curves analysis. Identify an assumption of indifference curve analysis. Choice A that we have been provided with is consumers' income increases. Choice B is consumers are irrational. Choice C is indifference curves are convex to the origin. Choice C is commodity is homogeneous to and divisible. And difference curve is like this. It's a curve that shows a combination of two products, maybe let's say tea and coffee, that can provide maximum satisfaction. So indifference curves are, the assumptions is convex to the origin, they are downward sloping. That's an assumption. Another assumption is then an intersecting. And the higher the indifference curve, the higher the satisfaction. So this indifferent curve here, let's say this is curve 2 and this is curve 1, has a higher satisfaction compared to this one here. So identify an assumption of indifference curve analysis. Our answer here should be choice C. Indifferent curves are convex to the origin. From what we have listed, one of an assumption is indifference curves are convex to the origin. Let's go to question 25. Which of the following is not a function of money? Which of the following is not a function of money? Choice A is measuring of living standards. Choice B is measure of value. Choice C is medium of exchange. Choice D is standard of deferred payment. Measure of living standard, this is indicator of improved lifestyle. Measure of value, money can be used to compare value of goods and services. That is the value of a good, maybe the value of a car. You can compare the value of a car and the value of a TV, maybe using money. Medium of exchange, so we use this to buy goods and services. We use money to buy goods and services. So that's a function of money. It is being used to buy goods and services. And standard of deferred payment, you can use money to pay for loans or debts in future. It's also a function of money. So which one is not? Our choice here is easy. It's A, measure of living standards of money. Living standards of individuals, not money, sorry. Question 26, it reads, the necessary condition for profit maximization is by a firm is attained where? This is direct. Choice C, MR equals to MC is a necessary condition for profit maximization. We won't dwell much on that. Question 28, it reads, the following are the effects of fixing a price floor. Which one is not? It encourages investments is choice A. Choice B is it creates an excess demand. Choice C, it causes unemployment. And choice D, producers are assured of stable incomes. I'm going to explain that using a graph. It will be easier to understand. This is the supply curve, and here we have the demand curve. Then we are sloping demand curve. Then here we have the quantity, and here the price. This is the equilibrium quantity, and here we have the equilibrium price. That's how it is. So we have said in our previous video that price flow is the price set above the equilibrium price. So this is equilibrium, this is the price flow, this is the price flow. So if we set our price here, then our quantity demanded will be Q1 and our quantity supplied will be Q2. Okay, so choice A, it says it encourages investments. There'll be profits, so investments will be encouraged. It creates an excess demand. Demand is here and our supply is here, so the demand isn't that much, so it doesn't create excess demand. Our demand is here, our quantity demanded is Q1 and our quantity provided is Q2, so it doesn't create excess demand. It causes unemployment, yes. The demand is here and the supply is here, so to meet the demand, the producers have to produce at this point. Let's say point S. They have to produce at point S, but what they are producing is at point P. So here, this is unemployment. So price flow causes unemployment, and producers are assured of stable incomes. And when they produce here at this juncture, then this is the stable incomes. If they can meet the demand all here, then this is stable income. So our answer here, that is not an effect of price flow, is creating an excess demand. We have seen that it creates an excess supply from the graph. Let's move to question 24. It reads 28, sorry. It reads, which one of the following is an is an objective of a trade union? Choice A is creation of employment. Choice B is promotes investment. Choice C is improve infrastructure. Choice D is promote training of workers. A trade union basically promote or improve the skills of the workers. It protects workers, so the answer here is direct. Choice D, promoting training of workers. Question 29, it reads, the following are the characteristics of drive to maturity. Drive to maturity stage according to Rostow's stages of economic growth. Which one is not? Here I'm going to let you read further on Rostow's stages of economic growth, but I'm going to give you the answer directly. You can read further. The answer that is not a part of the drive to maturity is the economy is fully monetized. I'm going to let you read further on that, and we are going to go to the next question. It states, use the following information to answer question 30 and question 31. The following information relates to a consumer in a certain market. We have been provided with the price of commodity X, income, price of commodity Y, and the quantity demanded of commodity X. Question 30 requires us to determine the cross elasticity of demand, and question 31, it states, from the data provided above, interpret your results. Okay, let's try and copy this in another sheet so that we can solve it. Let's copy it here. Let's see how. Okay, that was well copied. Let's copy the question 30. Determine the cross elasticity of demand. Okay, something like that. Came as question 17, but it's question 30. That is how it is. So let's go to solving it. Let's solve it. We are required to determine or to calculate the cross elasticity of demand. Calculate the cross elasticity of demand. So to calculate the cross elasticity of demand, we are first going to calculate the percentage change of the quantity of X. We are calculating the cross elasticity of demand. Cross elasticity of demand. Okay, we are first going to calculate the percentage change of the quantity demanded of X. Percentage change in quantity demanded product X, which is the new quantity minus the initial quantity divided by the initial quantity then you multiply by 100%. So our initial quantity is 90. No, our new quantity is 90. Then our initial quantity is 75. Then divided by 75. It's going to be 90 minus 75 over 75, which is equals to 90 minus 75, that is 15 over 75 multiplied by 100% equal to, let's use our calculator, it's 15 divided by 75 multiplied by 100%, which gives us 20%. Then we are going to calculate the percentage change in product Y, price of product Y. This is step 2. We calculate the percentage change in the price of product Y, which is new price minus initial price over initial price. Just go back to our original question. Price Y is 30 minus 20 over 20. 30 minus 20 over 20 over 20. It will be 30 minus 20 over 20 multiplied by 100%, which is equals to 30 equals to 10 over 20 multiplied by 100. This gives us 50%. That is direct. And then we can now use the percentages to calculate the gross elasticity of demand. So step 3 is we use the percentage that we have calculated, percentages that we have calculated to calculate the gross elasticity of demand. And how are we going to do that? Gross elasticity of demand equals to 20% divided by 50%, which gives us, let's use our calculator, it's 20 divided by 50. Sorry, 50. So answer is 0.4. 0.4. So here the gross elasticity of demand is 0.4. Let's go back to our question and see if we have 0.4 as one of our choices. Yes. So our choice here is choice C, 0.4 as our gross elasticity of demand. I'm going to end this video here and see you in our next video, which I will be starting from question number 31.
So if you like this video, you can always enroll with us. You'll be able to access more of these revision sessions, and also you'll be able to find well done lectures or pre-recorded videos for all the KASNEB courses as well as CHRP. And in case of anything, you can always reach us out. We have our contact details on the screen. Feel free to call, feel free to WhatsApp anytime. So thank you, and let's meet in our next session.